What is going on? Welcome to Ruse Reviews. I am Root, aka the Culture Black Kid, here with my co-host.
Ifoma, aka Iffy.
And today we are reviewing Paris, Texas's latest project, They Left Me With the Sword. They are an LA alternative hip-hop duo, Louis Pastel and Felix. It's Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Louis, just making sure. And this is their first release since mid-air in 2023. They will also be on tour with Tyler, the Creator, later this year, which I am very excited for.
I'm ready.
It's going to be so cool. But yeah, I think this is one of probably the more interesting hip hop releases of the year so far, following maybe Larry June, 2 Chainz, The Alchemist Project, West Side Gun at this point in the year. But yeah, let's get some overall thoughts. Iffy, what are your overall thoughts?
Hard. D, full stop, exclamation mark. I like 10 out of 10 to a T. I love this project, start to finish. I loved it so much, I had no cons. I could not hate this.
Okay.
And I can't and I won't fault it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, fair enough. And we'll definitely get more into that. Yeah, I thought this whole project was pretty fun. I love the energy of it. Now, in saying that, I do have a couple cons. That, maybe comes into some interlude parts, maybe some, sequencing as well. But, we'll definitely get into it.
I'm scared.
Yeah. No,
wow.
we'll get into it. We'll definitely get into it.
Okay.
But we like to start with dessert. We like to start with the pros. So, Iffy, let's delve into why this is all killer, no filler for you.
Oh my God. Okay, well, kind of hearing your overall thoughts. I feel like we're going to maybe clash on these because with my pros, I really listed them. And first things first, I feel like the vibe is set from the very beginning with that intro, which is the sword, first interlude on the EP.
Yep.
And when it's playing, you kind of realize, this is about to be heavy.
Yeah.
And it then transitions so smoothly into Dogma 25.
Yep.
And then you kind of like hit one of these. You're like, it's too good. That is my first pro. I love the variation in the songs, which is something Paris, Texas has always done so well from the beginning.
Yep.
And yeah, the EP does not stick to one tone. And one thing I've noticed in projects kind of everywhere, when an artist wants to show their variation, they kind of just like throw in a random song that is different to the tone of their project.
Yep.
But I love the fact that with Paris, Texas, it's kind of like sprinkled into everything. And it's all throughout there and it's not kind of randomly thrown in. That's 2. Number 3. I loved the interludes.
Okay.
I thought they were great. And the reason I thought they were great is, one, they just resonated with the theme of the project. And they weren't too long. There was only 2 as well. I feel like if they added another, I'd have been like, now it's kind of unnecessary to me.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I liked the interludes a lot. And then lastly, even like as well as the start, the ending was a really insane finish, really smooth track to finish off on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because, it's Paris, Texas, like you try and pinpoint what genre they're trying to convey in a song. And like with the last track, I was like, is it jazz? Like I started off with maybe it's jazz, but then
Jazz question mark.
literally jazz question mark. And then I just finished up with uncertainty. But I liked that because it kind of showed me they don't stick to that one box. Like they really kind of do everything. But yeah, loved it. Those are my pros.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I said, whole project super fun. I love the energy throughout majority of it. I agree that Dogma 25, again,
Solid
hit
start.
you in the face right off the synth. It like rattles your soul. The electric lead in the chorus of Tantrum is cool, but I do love the simplicity of the hook. I love the simplicity of that hook, and I love how the second half kind of gives like a classic 2000s Southern hip hop vibe, which then kind of continues plus on Holy Spinal Fluid.
Yes.
Which again, I love, and there's a little Fantano diss in there, which is kind of funny.
I noticed that.
which I'm sure he thought was super funny as well. But yeah, I was like, oh, is that a minute? Oh, okay, yeah, nice.
Like, okay, bold.
Nice. And then look, I'm not gonna say that it's a con. I don't want to say the intro interludes is a con. It's just I wrote intro interludes are kind of goofy. Some work, some don't.
And you don't think it worked?
No, I think it sets a fun tone for the project. It's very dramatic, very cinematic, very unserious.
Yes.
But you know, I can totally see that this is Paris, Texas lane. It doesn't feel outside of their lane.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes I'm listening to the project, I'm like, or some of my listens, I was like, okay, that's kind of funny, and then other times I'm like
enough.
Let's move on. Or I'm like listening. I'm trying to like, am I trying to deep it too much? Yeah. Is it just meant to be super dumb? Or is there something deeper to this interlude situation?
That. Yeah.
And I don't know. I was trying to find that sweet spot between don't overthink it, but at the same time, you know, they put it for a reason.
I was going to say it's there for a reason. See, with me, I was like, I feel like once again, if they added another one, I would have been like, that's when I would have started to deep it.
Yeah.
I feel like because they were only, maybe 20 seconds long each.
But at the same time, would you not consider, there was a couple intros and outros of songs that weren't the interludes. Yeah. Would you not consider those also part of that little thing?
You could debate this.
And I think that's kind of where I was leaning. Was like, I like those 20 seconds. Because again, they're super goofy, they're super funny. Yeah. But then there were parts like at ends of songs and starts of songs that I was like, okay. Like, again, it doesn't take me too far away from it. It's not that dramatic, but I'm like, you know.
It didn't need to be there.
I didn't think we need to be there. Yeah. But maybe, you know, they kind of give it a little more context. But again, you know, I'm kind of like up in the air about how I feel about it. So, yeah, I'm not sure, you know.
And valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
No, for sure. So, but again, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, they're fun. They're fun. I actually don't really have too many complaints. I think that more my con part of it is more like me just trying to deep analytical thing.
See, I don't know, because I felt a lot of bias coming into it. Like, and like genuinely I did.
Yeah. You've interviewed them before.
I have interviewed them. Yeah. Anyways, so like I felt so much bias to the point where I was also trying to look for something to kind of complain about or find a con.
Yep.
But I really did just enjoy the project a lot. So I was like, let me just be real to myself. Let me be true. Let me not kind of like find something to dig at. Like, I liked it for what it was.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Well, speaking of things that maybe me could dig at, but we'll see. Let's get into some cons. So you said you have no cons.
None.
But was there anything that was like border? Like maybe if you were being that picky, or if you were like, you had to reach for it.
I will say what you said about like some of the songs having like at the start, I don't remember what, let me quickly pinpoint what song it was, because there was one, it's either Tantrum or Dogma 25, I don't know, but at the end there's a bit of a like, it's maybe supposed to be part of the song, but there's a bit of a switch up and I'm like, it's okay, it's fine, it's good.
I think it was Tantrum.
I think it's Tantrum.
Yeah.
Like right at the end, there's a bit of a switch up, and it goes like a lot slower. And I was like, kind of, it drops me off a bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the only thing that I really,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Go on with your long ass list.
No, it's not a long. You just one more sentence. Goodness. So, like I said, intro, interludes. Don't have to mention that. My only other thing, and I guess going back and doing a little bit of homework for context.
Yeah.
I listened to Mid-Air today just to do some homework.
Yeah.
And I love the switch up in what's the song with Teaser? The English one.
Full English. I think
Full English
should be.
Where it's super hard and then it
Such a sick
switches
song.
up and then Teaser was like, I was like,
Comes in.
okay.
That's my favorite song on that album.
I was like, yo, that's fire.
Yeah.
So that kind of gave me a little context and kind of helped a little bit, but still, I think that Red Eyes and Blue Eye. What is it called?
Red Eyes.
Yeah,
and Blue
Red
Hearts.
and Blue Hearts. I know why I wrote Eyes again. Red Eyes and Blue Hearts. Was interesting. Put at 3. I think Tantrum would have worked better at 3.
Yeah.
I think I would have loved Red Eyes, Blue Hearts to maybe be after the Boyz II Men interlude.
I agree. You know what? I agree with this.
Yeah.
I'm not adding it as my con, but I do actually agree with this because Red Eyes, Blue and Blue Hearts was like a bit of a slower one.
It is.
Right?
And
yeah.
at 3 of the aggressiveness of Dogma and then to jump back in with Tantrum.
Yeah.
It's like...
I was like, damn.
Nah, you need that drop off. And I think based on what was said in that interlude, kind of a little bit translates.
Yeah.
But I'm less thinking about that and more just thinking of the energy flow.
Yeah, because it is an interlude. Like,
exactly.
Kind of, yeah, it works. I get what you mean.
So, yeah, I said, I think topically maybe in the story of the project, Tantrum would have worked better at 3. I did write, honestly, it might not even fit on the project at all, but at the same time, like, sometimes you do need those reprises, reprises. You know those moments where you need to drop it down a smidge. So I get it, but I think track 3 was a bit too early. So, but that's my only con. That's my only con. I guess maybe I was going back and forth about just, lyrically, not them lyrically, more just topically, because, there was no, like, real topic to many of the songs. Which is, again, it's Paris, Texas. It's meant to be, kind of fun and goofy, and it's not meant to be super serious, and I don't want to, again... I really don't want to pigeonhole, but it was at that point where it's like, okay, not much is being said, so it's like, yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
I get that.
So, but again, I didn't write that as a con because I didn't want to come off like that guy, that reviewer. So, yeah. But those are all my cons. Before we get into our final rating, I had one more thing, mostly a question for you.
Yes.
Which is in the final track, El Camino. They have a bar that says, first odd, Brock, now it's us now. Do you think Paris, Texas are next or are Who Is It when it comes to like weirdo rap in that aesthetic, like right now? Following in the footsteps of Odd Future, Brockhampton. Like that.
I want to say with their sound, definitely. Then I think logically.
Okay.
And I go... They definitely have that factor to be there, and they definitely they're so palatable. There's like an audience for them 110%. But I feel like even them as a duo, as a group, or as musicians, I don't think they do the marketing. They're the type to kind of be like, because they're just so like playful, they're kind of like, it doesn't matter. Like, they just dropped this to drop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think they have it there. Like they can do it, but like they need to be serious about it. They would definitely need to like step up to the plate. But then again, you never know because people love that. Some people really do love that.
The unseriousness.
Yeah. And can kind of like love a surprise drop or kind of love when like their favorite artist is like, mysterious or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they can, but. Depends. Even like maybe with them going on tour with Tyler, like that'll up them a whole lot more, definitely.
For sure.
But time will tell.
Oh yeah, 100%. Which is my answer to that question. I think time will tell. I don't know. Odd Future and Brockhampton are so like they've surpassed. Like,
of course.
That level. So, and again, Paris, Texas is still so kind of early in the game. Well, they've been around, but more so in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess only time will tell.
Time will tell. Because I also think of like Teezo, because he's kind of in that same category as them to me.
Minus the rap part.
Minus the rap part. Like I remember when he was tiny, so small, and now he's kind of, even still, like he's gone the same, I guess, platform as Paris, Texas. So I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Well, they collaborated.
Yeah,
they collaborate.
True.
So,
damn, we really don't know.
Yeah, I guess time will tell. But. All right, let's get into our final rating. Iffy, sorry, before I get to that, just to remind the people, the rating system is, are you here for this? Depends on the day whether I'm here for this or not, or are you feeling iffy about it? Iffy, what is your rating?
I am here for this. Like, I was so happy to see this EP be released because I had no idea, no warning.
Yeah.
And I was telling Rue before, like, I fell to my knees. Like, I was so happy. You
said when it was like, we're trying to decide what to review, she's like, only this.
No,
This and only
I
this.
literally only sent this EP. I was like, sorry, like
And
I'm
looking at my list of all the other things I want to review. I'm like, okay.
Sorry, yep. Like it was a must. But yeah, like I am convinced that they made this for me. Like they went in the studio and they were like, we're dedicating this to Iffy. I'm sorry, the production, the lyrics, their cooperation, their back-to-backs, even the length, like it was just perfect and it resonated and touched my heart in such an insane way. Yeah, I once again, like I'm quite biased, but I don't care. And yeah, I will always be a Paris, Texas apologist till the day I die or the day they miss. So whichever one comes first, we'll see. But yes. I'm here for it.
Okay, amazing. And for me, it depends on the day whether I'm here for this or not. Yeah, I'm kind of being tough. I'm being tough.
I was not expecting.
I think it's. I really sat and thought about this one because I think I need more time with it.
That's valid.
I need more time with it. I need to go and listen to Mid-Air a lot more. I need to, again, just learn more about the law and about them, watch some interviews, and just, again, really, really spend a lot less than a week, like, delving into their stuff. I was super excited when this dropped, for the record. And I still did listen, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is interesting. Like, this is definitely worth touching on. This is not boring. This is definitely not boring. This is very, very interesting and definitely one of the more standout hip-hop releases of the year. But yeah, I just don't think I'm there yet.
And that's valid. Even like, I get that because even when Mid-Air dropped and getting the chance to talk to them, that's when I kind of like switched on with them. So I understand.
For sure.
I actually get it.
For sure. So I'm still the uninitiated, or no, actually I have been initiated, but you know, still warming up.
He's got to do the work.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, let us know what you think. Are you here for this? Does it depend on the day? Are you not here for this? Let us know. And yeah. Again, Paris, Texas. They left me with a sword. I am Root, aka the Culture Black Kid, here with
Ifeoma, aka Iffy.
And we'll catch you next time. Peace.